Breaking news for Bears fans. The Chicago Bears are facing a serious challenge in the running back room. After their matchup against the Buffalo Bills, no less than 4 of their running backs appeared on the injury report. And while the team recently added Britton Brown, who actually put together a solid performance, the depth is still razor thin. Now here's where things get really interesting. Reports are flying around the league that Washington Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. is officially on the trade block. Robinson, a former third-round pick out of Alabama, is entering the final year of his contract, and the Commanders appear ready to move in another direction. Before we dive deeper into this breaking story, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and hit that bell icon so you never miss the latest Bears updates. Now let's get back to the news. NFL insider Jordan Schultz revealed that Robinson's future in Washington has grown uncertain, and just hours ago it was confirmed he will not suit up against the Bengals. That decision, reportedly mutual between Robinson and the Commanders, adds fuel to the trade speculation, especially with roster cut deadlines just around the corner. So here's the big question for Bears fans. Should Chicago make a move for Robinson to stabilize their banged-up running back room? Here's where things really heat up. At first, Washington made it sound like Brian Robinson Jr. was not going anywhere. But the truth is starting to look very different. League insiders believe a trade could be on the table before preseason wraps up. And here's where it gets even more intriguing for Chicago. Robinson already has some strong ties to the Bears. According to multiple reports, his name has been connected to Chicago as a potential landing spot. Why? The coaching connections. 2 of his former Washington coaches, Randy Jordan and Eric Bieniemy, know his skill set inside and out. And remember, Bieniemy was Robinson's offensive coordinator back in 2022, the guy who helped bring out some of his best football. That familiarity could give the Bears an immediate edge in getting him up to speed. Now combine that with the current state of the Bears' running back room. It's a tough picture right now. Kyle Monangai, injured against the Bills, hasn't been spotted on the field since. Donda Foreman correction. Dieon Hankins reference removed if inaccurate. Was limping after that same matchup. Travis Homer is battling a calf issue from the Dolphins game. And Roschon Johnson has been sidelined for weeks with a lingering foot problem. Put it all together, and the Bears are facing a serious shortage of healthy backs. Bringing in Robinson wouldn't just be a splash move, it could be a lifeline for a position group that's hanging by a thread. Right now, the Bears' running back room is hanging by a thread. Travis Homer and Dieon Hankins are both questionable just to make the final roster. Roschon Johnson's foot injury lingers with no clear timetable, and if that's not enough, depth pieces are already banged up before the season even begins. For a team that needs stability in the backfield, this is a dangerous spot. At the moment, here's what the Bears are working with. D'Andre Swift, the clear RB1, who's playing on a 1-year deal. Ian Wheeler, who flashed promise against Buffalo. Britton Brown, a recent signing who impressed in limited action. And that's it. 3 healthy backs for an entire offense to lean on. No surprise Chicago is looking around for help. That's where Brian Robinson Jr. enters the picture. Washington has placed him on the trade block largely because of finances. He's in the final year of his rookie deal, and the Commanders have big contracts to handle elsewhere. Trading him now allows them to collect valuable draft capital while avoiding a tough extension decision. For those who don't know Robinson well, he's 6'1", 228 pounds, bigger than even Nick Chubb. Drafted out of Alabama in 2022, he was the 98th overall pick and came into the league with a reputation as a powerful downhill runner. He's only 26 years old, still in his prime, and carries untapped potential. For the Bears, this could be a perfect short-term and long-term solution. A 1-year rental now, with the possibility of extending him beyond 2024, would pair him with Swift and potentially build one of the league's most balanced running back duos. And with Johnson sidelined, Robinson could step into that bruising role the Bears badly need. Here's the bottom line for Chicago. The Bears simply don't have that true power back who can bulldoze his way through the line when you need one tough yard or a red zone punch. Kyle Monangai is sidelined. Travis Homer doesn't fit the bruiser mold. Dieon Hankins, while promising, looks more like a practice squad piece for now. And as solid as Swift, Wheeler, and Brown have been, none of them bring that downhill physical presence. Brian Robinson Jr. does. Last season in Washington, Robinson put together the best year of his young career. In 13 games, he carried the ball 187 times for 799 yards, averaging 4.3 yards per carry and over 57 yards per game. He also punched in 8 touchdowns, showing he can be a reliable finisher near the goal line. Simply put, he's healthy, productive, and trending upward. The advanced numbers back that up. According to Puff, Robinson earned a 72.5 overall grade with solid marks in both rushing 69.6 and receiving 74.4. He even caught 20 passes for 159 yards, proving he's more than just a one-dimensional power back. And then there's the financial side, which makes him even more attractive for Chicago. Robinson is in the final year of his rookie deal with a cap hit just over $3.6 million. That's cheap for a back who can step in and contribute right away, especially when you consider his upside. For the Bears, this isn't just a depth move, it's a low-risk, high-reward opportunity. What makes this even more interesting is Robinson's market value. Running backs don't command massive trade returns in today's NFL, and that actually works in Chicago's favor. Robinson's numbers line up closely with Kyle Herbert, who, remember, was a mid-round pick himself and later moved for minimal compensation. It shows that talented backs, especially those in the final year of a rookie deal, can often be acquired at a bargain price. NFL trade evaluators suggest that the Bears could realistically land Robinson for a late-round draft pick. Some models even estimate that a conditional 6th or 7th rounder might get the deal done. For a player who has proven he can handle heavy carries, find the end zone, and catch passes out of the backfield, that's incredible value. The Commanders would clear cap space and pick up draft capital, while the Bears would add a reliable, physical runner without sacrificing future assets. In many ways, it's the definition of a low-risk, high-reward trade scenario, exactly the type of move a team in Chicago's situation should be exploring. Here's why a deal could actually make sense for both sides. Washington is loaded with running backs and doesn't want to commit money long-term to Robinson. By moving him now, they avoid a contract decision and pick up an extra draft asset. Even if it's just a late rounder, the Commanders could flip that pick into depth or package it to move up in next year's draft. From their perspective, it's smart business. For Chicago, the cost is minimal. Taking on Robinson's cap hit is manageable, and in exchange, they add a proven physical back to one of the thinnest depth charts in football. But there's also another angle worth considering, a player-for-player swap. One name that fits is wide receiver Tyler Scott. He's flashed real potential, 3 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown against Buffalo, and Washington could certainly use more young weapons around rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. A move like that gives the Commanders a cheap, dynamic receiver while Chicago gets much-needed help in the backfield. Whether it's a late-round pick or a straight-up swap, the logic is clear. Robinson is affordable, productive, and familiar with Eric Bieniemy's system. For a Bears team facing a wave of injuries at running back, this is exactly the type of move that could steady the offense before the season truly begins.